All right. I hope that's all working. Fingers crossed. Let's see. I'm not quite sure. I hope that's all. Okay, the other thing, I've had troubles. Hello, I'm Keeonra. Welcome to my live stream. I've had troubles for the last couple of weeks now with Windows 11 upgrades and other software upgrades, and I've been wanting to live stream, but I haven't been able to. So today, I just need to check to see if something is working. For the last couple of weeks this now comes through. Windows 11 upgrades and other software upgrades, and I've been wanting to live stream, but I haven't been able to. So today, I just need to check to see if something is working. For the last couple of weeks this comes through. Windows 11 upgrades and other software upgrades, and I've been wanting to live stream. Okay, well, that was all messed up. You heard me twice there. So sorry about that. Yeah, there's stuff with things with my settings still, but that's okay. Here I am, and say good day if you're on the live chat. We'll get things sorted eventually. Oh my goodness me. Look, hey, these things are meant to try us, and try us they will, and do quite often. Oh dear, let me sort things out, because there's things to be sorted, and I don't know why I can't make that a little bit smaller. That would be nice, but hey, oh dear. Let's see, trying to, for whatever reason, YouTube has changed their format and stuff, which is annoying. Hang on, let me go over here. There we go. That's a little bit better. I can see what's going on there. And now we're all good, I think. Oh my goodness. Honestly, software updates are a right old pain. Let me know if you agree with that. All right. I thought I'd make some music for a friend who wants to do, put some Instagram posts up and social media and the shorts and all that sort of stuff with some Christmas music. Problem is that you either have to pay for it, royalty-free music, or it is copyrighted. A lot of Christmas music is, except the old traditional stuff. And then it's not really recognisable, or it's like Silent Night, and it's not very upbeat and interesting, and it's very old and bleh. I mean, well, it's not bleh, but it's nice music, but it's a bit boring. It's a bit slow. We want something exciting. And one tune I've always enjoyed is Carol of the Bells. Now, can you use Carol of the Bells? Is it out of copyright? Yes and no. So Carol of the Bells, I'll play some in a minute. We're going to create it. We're going to recreate it from scratch, and it's going to be something similar but possibly different. But Carol of the Bells, the music is out of copyright and is public domain, but the lyrics were written later, which means they're more recent, which means they have not expired their time period to be public domain. We're not going to use any lyrics. We just want the music. So, we found a bit of a loophole there. So I've created a bit of a template, and we probably should colour this because, you know, why not? Let's start with Elvish Choir. We'll have a listen to that afterwards, and we'll go sort of down, and we'll go towards some green sort of colours. There we go. And we'll colour that. And down to that one. Yeah, that looks nice. There you go. So some Christmas colours there. Reds and greens, why not? The Elvish Choir, one of my favourite things to use at Christmas time. If it'll work, I've got to bring up the instrument. So I've got a bit of a sort of a template sort of thing. Now, will this work? Here we go. Elvish Choir. contact full version required. Is a non-player instrument. If you own a full contact serial number, click upgrade. Oh, you are kidding me. Okay. Right. Well, I do have the full version. I paid for it years ago. So that's a bit of a bother. I don't know why it's that, and now that it wants to update. We may not get the Elvish Choir on there. That's annoying because it's saying it's a free one and it's not. Oh, I've got it. Anyway, that is downright annoying. It's open somewhere else. I wonder if I could close it and get rid of it. It would work. All right, we might leave that till last because that's kind of cool and cute and everything else. I wonder if I can add it as a new instrument, whether it would work. Add track. I really dislike this view. Call me old-fashioned, but anyway. Will it find it? Nope. I know I've got it here somewhere. Elvish Choir. Where is it? Must be called something else. Of course it would be called something else, and maybe it's not even going to appear here. You know you're having a bad day when, really, it's here and it's really annoying that I can't find it now. See, these are the issues I've had the last few weeks. It's almost wanted me to give up. It's like, really, this should not be that hard. But because I have upgraded things, I have all these issues. Okay, fine. I will deal with the Elvish Choir later. For whatever reason, just remove. Just get rid of this track. Remove. Go away. Let's create the rest of the song, and I'll add in the Elvish Choir afterwards, and we'll have a bit of a track. Okay. So sleigh bells. Really? I'm not getting sleigh bells either. Oh, there we go. Yay, sleigh bells. Okay, so that's a little bit loud. Let's go over here. There we go. Okay, so you've got some really cool sleigh bells. These are Cine Perks. So these are a whole range of percussive instruments by Cinematic Studios, I think it is. Where are they? Yeah. So that's Cine Perks there. You can hear me hit my piano keyboard. So we've got some sleigh bells we're going to add in there. I've got some brass instruments. I've just chosen Albion one because it's really easy, simple to use. Go away. So we can do... No. So something like that. So we only want like a 15-second bit of music and then about a 30-second bit of music apparently. So only want short bits. So we can do something like that. And then we've got, I've got brass high long. And then we can do harmonies. And then I've got palette strings, which is something similar to Albion 1. So you can play many keys all at once and get some harmonies in there. And then I've got palette glockenspiel. Are we going to work? I hope so. We're right up the top here, so that's good. Needs to be up an octave. So that sort of thing. And then strings long. And I think, is that palette as well? It might be palette. Oh no, that's Albion 1. So I've sort of got a bit of everything here. So you can have low strings, high strings. I'm not going to do too much with this because it's just going to be short, sharp and shiny, with a bit of the Elvish choir as well, if it would work. Annoyed by that it somehow has... because, yes, not only did I upgrade to Windows 11, but at a similar time, and silly old me, it's a me issue, it's my doings, is I upgraded to Cubase 15 as well, so it's lost all of the things, registration keys and such things, so I have to try and find them all and re-register it all. And then the settings didn't work with OBS, so I've had a few weeks. It's been, anyway, Christmas, yay. Are you ready for Christmas? I'm not ready for Christmas yet. I really am not ready for Christmas yet, but, you know, that's okay, I think. Let's start with the glockenspiel, I think, and let's just record stuff because this is annoying as well, where it's yeah, the settings are all a pain. I don't know why it does this now. It goes to like hundreds of bars and I have to manually do this. It's just weird. But anyway, I do have a short course I can do to get up to speed and do a bit of research and all that of what's changed and everything, but it seems like a lot of things have changed and I'm not liking change. Just saying. Anywho, let's start off with some... Where have we got other strings? Yeah. So if you start off with... something like that. Bit of an introduction. Have I got... I need... See if we duplicate that. I knew I was going to do this. I'm making it too complicated again, aren't I? Let's not have short strings. Let's... where's Albion 1? Oh, it's under S for Spitfire. Is that why I can never find it? Possibly. No. A for Albion? Did I go past it the first time? Probably. probably, there it is, Albion 1, and then it says Spitfire there. Why? Why would you do that? Can we, there we go. So I want string short. We've got strings long. I want strings short. Strings short spiccato. Or short staccato combo. That could work. Loading. Okay, let's go up here. Click, whatever you reckon. Let's do that. Let's take it up to 0. That's fine.
I hear you, pumpkin.
And I haven't turned my mobile phone down, but that's okay. No big deal. Isn't that lovely? I like that. So that's now string short. We'll make that strings short. Okay, so, and then we'll make that sort of colour. I need to make that one a bit darker. And then this one. And I'm moving to the side like this because I can't see. Alright. So this is what happens when you're working. And people text you. And people forget that you live stream. Oh my God. And then, do you have autocorrect issues? I have autocorrect issues where autocorrect is so dumb, it will not do what I want it to do. And it's annoying. AI gets it wrong because autocorrect can't get it right. Just saying. Anyway. I want to, let's start. Let's Christmas short. Let's do it. Let's just record. I need the metronome on because, yeah, how... That's way too slow. I reckon 140. Let's go with that. Two, three. One. Dun 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 dun. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. It's 3/4 time, by the way. So that's good. I worked that one out. 3/4 time. There we go. Okay, that works. All right. So let's go back to the beginning and let's record that. How would that go? Oh, that would be nice. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, then we could go. But have it. Oh, that sounds good. I like that. Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's give it a shot. And this is a good thing about having, when when you compose music, you really want to have your lows and your mids and your highs all sort of separate so you could do all the EQ and everything accordingly. Meh, EQ, shmeq with this one. We're just going to get it done. We've got less than an hour. Let's go. Okay, here we go. We got this. We got this. It's not what I was going to do, was it? No. Let's try that again. Oh my God. Here we go. All right, let's edit that. Let's, oh my goodness, how out of time am I? Wow. Okay. Actually, I'm going to grab all of these, do all, and then I'm going to bring them all up, and then I'm going to up, and then I'm going to bring them down so they're even. There we go. And then I'm going to get rid of these notes that because I pressed keys and I can't press keys. And then I'm going to quantize that to 8s. Will that work? Let's see if that works. So quantize it. Da, 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 da. Okay. Let's hear how that sounds. You know, I'm gonna do that again. I'm just gonna, and let's do it from the beginning. 1 da 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 da. How about I use 2 hands on the keyboard rather than have 1 hand on the mouse? That would make sense. Oh my goodness me. Let's go again. That was much better. See, I just need to practice my piano more than not at all. Da 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 1 and da 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 da. They all need to be quantized. Let's see if that works. That's the proper timing. That's not, I don't think. No. So let's go to quarter notes and now quantize. It's still, that's the right timing there. But it should be ba 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 ba. Whoops, what did I do? Ah. Ba 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 ba. 1 and 2. Ba ba. 1 and da da da. 1 da 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 da. Yeah, that should be there. I think. 1 and a 2. Da 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 da. Okay, so put it that all back. No. Where's my undo button? Edit, redo, record. There we go. It should be 16ths, I think. Quantize that. Maybe? See, that's the right timing now. That one, that's spot on. That is brilliant. Wonderful, but it's out by a beat. That should be there. And all of those should be lengthened to that. So that's what it should be. That's out by that. Bum, bum, bum. So they're right. That's better. No, why are you not doing that? Goodness me, honestly, sometimes it's just easier to do it manually. No, it should. I want it. I just, yeah. There we go. And then that hopefully should have that done. Okay. Okay, now we want to pick all of them and put it up, and all of them again, and put them down to about there. Let's see how that goes. That works. Should that be a bit faster? Let's turn the metronome off. Let's go back to the beginning. That staccato is just not staccato, one of those notes. Why? Articulations? No. Why? No. No. Just off. Just remove this line. There we go. There's something not quite right with one of these. See how it's slurring? It's hanging on. I want it staccato. Is that because it's going over? Why? Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe that'll work. It's still not working the way I want it to, but that's okay. It's all right. Okay, that is that. So I've got the first bit. Then what I want is sleigh bells for 3 after that. So record here, and let's get our sleigh bells up. Which keys are they on the keyboard? I think they're the same notes. I think they're the same sound is what I'm getting at. Yes. Metronome on. Could I have done that any worse? Possibly. Oh, I've got this on. Silly sausage. I really don't need that longer thing. So let's go there and put that back. Quantize that and we should be right. So we should have and then we'll have ba bum ba bum ba bum ba, and we'll have that with the strings here. Let's save it. Don't want to lose it now. Save, save, save. Save it. Okay. So we go into here and we want to do low strings, I think. 1, 2. That sort of thing. Oh, I like that. Let's see if that works. Not what I wanted. Let's try that again because it's way too long. It needs to be faster. So let's get rid of that because that was sucky. Let's try again. What am I trying to do? Right, let's do that again. There we go. That's all I wanted. Let's go into here and tidy that one up. Right. Quantize that. Much better. Ba 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 ba. And the same with these. Ba 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 ba. To the end of the bar there. And da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ashley HM, welcome. It's been a while, my friend. I've had computer and IT issues and software issues and Windows 11 and Cubase 15, but here we are finally once again. We're doing Christmassy stuff. That's good. I'm happy with that. Let's go from the beginning and hear what we've got. We go from there. So it's my version of Carol of the Bells. I mean, certainly don't need 60 bars of it, because what we're trying to aim for is about 30 seconds for one and about 15 seconds for another. So we actually need, because I've given it 2 bars in here of mastering space. So that is how many seconds? 2 seconds. Okay. So we need, a quick Christmas stuff. I've got 27 minutes to finish this. Oh my God. So let's go 2 bars, 32 seconds, 33. That'll do. That'll do. So we've got the long version will be this, and then I'll make a shorter version. And I want my Elvish choir in here, but I can't get it to work. I'll have to get it to work later. I'll get it to work later today or tomorrow. And then I'll put up a final version on my channel as well. So that'll be pretty cool. Right. Is it fast enough? Yeah, I think so. 2, 3. Dun 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 dun. I think so. We want strings long. No, maybe some brass at that point. So they're short, they're long. So I need to put in here short so I know what I'm looking at. And are these long or short, or they're just palette strings are long? And then the glockenspiel. Yeah, the sleigh bells sound really cool. I like all these sounds for Christmas stuff. That we have, it's hot outside and we don't have snow in Australia other than the middle of winter, and we get a tiny bit in New South Wales, comparatively on the world scale of snowy stuff. I've only seen snow once in my life in New Zealand, so I'm hoping to see snow again one day. Again, in the nearer future, that'll be nice. See what happens. In the meantime, what am I doing here? And that might extend actually. So we want a no, I want short strings then. Yeah, something like that. Or just a straight run. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. then I played the wrong note, but I got close. Let's try that again. Still did it wrong. I don't want to play the B flat. I want to play the C. Let's try it again. No. No. I really need to do... That was weird. I really need... So here's what happens when you press buttons. I really want to... I really want to... What I really want. I really want to play the right keys. I need more practice. Okay. Still wrong. Let's try again. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me today? That's better. It's close. It's closer than the others. Da 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 da. Let's quantize that. There we go. Yay. I want to quantize the... I used to have it on here what quantize is. Oh, if I got rid of that and got rid of that, I might have it up here. No, okay, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Let's all make it long and then we can do that. It won't. Okay, fine. Just don't. Just be like that. But at least it's all okay. Good. Oh, now we'll get all of it and we'll bring it all up so the velocities are all the same, and then we bring it all down. And that should work. Let's go from the top. Then we'll probably have all of that, and then because we'll have that yeah, sleigh bell sound is really a little bit loud. Let's just dial that down a little bit for now. Right. And then basically that with other instruments. Da 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 da. So what I want to do is that 3 bars or 4 bars? That's 4 bars. Glockenspiel, we want that for, and then we want it for palette strings long, brass high, brass mid short, and then sleigh bells we want at the end. So now we just go in. It's going to sound awful. I'm going to play this and it's going to sound appalling, but you'll get the idea of what I'm going for. Maybe. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. There we go. Those, wow, those sleigh bells are really loud still. Oh my goodness. Let's dial them right down. There's the numbers here. Can't even see it. There we go. That's better. Not blasting our ears with that. Okay. Glockenspiel is not high enough to hear, as in the on the keys. So we'll just bring those up. Shift and then up arrow. Goes an octave. Another octave. Another octave. Another octave. That's as high as it'll go. So that, yeah, the bells were pretty loud. Yeah, that's all too high. So let's bring each one down an octave. Whoops. Huh. Let's do, there we go. That's a bit better. So we got that's better. So that's done. Palette strings. What we want to do is we want to copy and then paste. Nope. Put the thing back here. And then we want to paste it there and then move them up a third. And then if we bring this over here, it's in F major because it's got one flat, and record as MIDI, snap pitch editing, snap live input, that'll work too. So if I do that should work. That's the sort of thing I'm looking at doing. And then we'll paste that again and then do a third on top of that. That should have worked, I think. Here I want where is it? It's that one. Like that, and then brass short. That sounds good. What about this one? Which ones are these? This is. Why wouldn't it say? Oh, there's a string short. How are these string short? Yeah, brass, high, long. How about I do all of it and so that note won't do. Up an octave. is that? It's too high. Or we could do other things. We could do that and then do, Cubase is up to 15 now. And look, if Cubase 13 is working for you, you don't have to upgrade. It's just got more bells and whistles, and I've got bells on this, so there you go. It can do more stuff with things, and you can check out, what's new in Cubase 14, what's new in Cubase 15, and work out whether it's right for you or not. You can stick with the old one. It doesn't really matter that much. There were some new features in Cubase 15. And I thought, oh, no, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind doing that. But I haven't done it yet, and I haven't looked at it yet. So it's a timey-wimey thing. But yes, Ashley, I really want to have a go at trying some new and different things. There's a bit of AI with vocals. You can create AI vocals in it. I'm not too sure about that, but hey, that could be fun, especially for making some trance music or something. Maybe save time on actually getting my microphone out and recording me. It takes like half a day, so that could work. See what happens. But anyway, that kind of sounds good. So I want to do is copy. I've done it again. Needs to be, oh my goodness, there, and copy that note, and then paste that note, and then take it down an octave. And I just want the long note there. And that's not bad. Yeah, you're better off to save money if you just do simple stuff. You're not doing complex things or using all the tools. There's no need in spending the money to upgrade until there's a time where it starts to break and they're no longer supporting things. But Steinberg are pretty good where they release it and you're done until forever, sort of, like a long time. They don't have a lot of bug fixes and all that sort of thing. It's a pretty stable piece of software when it comes out, so it's pretty cool. What am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing here. String short. Do I want everything all at once? Everything everywhere all at once? That was good, actually. Maybe I'll do that and do a bit of that. And maybe I'll bring in the glockenspiel, the second bar. Just sort of bring it in gradually. No, wrong thingy. That thingy, that one. There we go. That's not bad. Let's go from the beginning. Let's save it and listen to what it sounds like. I haven't got those strings in there with that bit, have I? So I need to do that, which is basically, well, it's basically copying that over, isn't it? There we go. How will that sound? I don't know about this middle bit now. I think I might get rid of that and move everything up because we're getting to, we're getting to 18 seconds. We need to cut a couple of seconds off. It's very cool, isn't it? I do like it. I do like it. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to get rid of this bit. And as I usually do, I mute it. I don't get rid of stuff just in case. I'm just going to shorten that to that. Oh no, we can just do that. It doesn't matter. Let's save that. And then we'll move all of this over 2 bars. To there. Let's go with that. This needs to be up an octave. Needs to be all up an octave. Maybe. Let's see. That works.
I hear you.
And that is the 15 seconds with the tail top and bottom. So we've got our little social media piece of music. So that's one version. Okay. Right. I think that's good. And then I think there's a 30-second version. So let's file save that. And what we're going to do with the next version is, so we don't have to treat things differently or whatever, I'm just going to have a break in the middle. So when I export it, I'll export it from there to there. I'll show you what I mean. So I'll make the range that. So when I export it, it'll export that bit, and I'll just continue doing what I'm doing. I'm going to have the Elvish choir in the middle say Merry Christmas, and then I'm going to continue with the song. So there'll be the 30-second will be this, but longer, if that makes sense. So I'll have them say Merry Christmas or something in the middle, which will be cool. And I'll have the Elvish choir laughing or something at the end and say Merry Christmas here, or something for... Oh, they can say Merry Christmas twice. Oh no, I'll have to see what I can find once I can install it properly, because I upgraded Cubase and nothing's working properly anymore. So I'll find the license key for that, because I did buy it. If you go to... I can't remember what it is. I want to show you the Elvish choir because it's kind of cool, and of course I thought it would work today, but it's not working, so I might have to show you another time. But where was it, one of the things where you can buy virtual instruments, I can't even remember the name of it. It's been so long since I've bought any virtual instruments, pretty much. One of them that sells to all from a lot of suppliers and that sort of thing. They had it for like $2 or something. So check them out at Christmas time. If you search for Elvish Choir, you'll find it. It'll be there. It's very cool. They sell it cheap, or you can download the trial version for free to give it a try, and then bounce it out. Otherwise, you won't be able to use it. So if you're going to use it, then bounce out the audio so you can keep it on your track. As I always say with free trials and that sort of thing. Right, so let's start So if we go from here. I reckon that ought to be a little bit faster, you know. Let's give it a whirl at 150. What could possibly go wrong, hey? That's better. That's better. And that is right on 15 seconds. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just do one bar here and then I'll remove that bar or something afterwards. Or actually, no, what I'll do, make it easier. I'll make it easier on myself. It'll just be easier if I just copy paste all of that. Hey, so we've got a short version here and then a long version. Did that work? No, it did not. Okay, let's try that again. Copy, paste, no, paste, there we go. Bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum. So I want to basically copy all of that over to there. Looking at the time, 10 minutes to go. Can I do it? Yeah, so it's just up a third. And I've got my key things on. So it should snap to the right things. Do that up a third. Up a third. All up a third. And all of that up a third. All of that up a third. And then that's just the bells. The bells. Okay, let's hear what that sounds like all together. Save it, save it, save it, save it, save it. File, save. Where are we up to? That's 30 seconds in total. Well, we could do that. Although not really. Let's make it a bit better than that because it's a bit. Then we can have that. With longer that. Would that work? There. And then that would be all of that to there. Maybe? Not sure. Let's find out, shall we? So that's the start of that one. It's at 15 seconds and we need to go to 45. Goes to 40. How does the song go? Just repeats, doesn't it? Do I want those 2 bars again? I'm questioning those 2 bars again, or whether I just go straight into it. Yeah, let's play from there again. Yeah. 15 and another 5 seconds. I reckon that's okay, and we'll just copy that again to there, which will bring it up to the 30 seconds, and we just, is it the same? So what we want is actually, let's go back to picking all of those, make all of them shorter, so cut that bit off, and then copy that across to there so we've got the full sound of all of them. Let's see how that goes. Let's save that. That's not bad, actually. I want that copied to there, I think. Oopsie. There. And then, yes, the long strings sound really good, so let's bring them in, shall we? Let's do something with them. Let's do that, but just that, and that, and that, and that for the last bit. What note have we got here? It's an F. Are we on an F there? Yep, we are. So that's okay. So they can just basically go all the way across to the end. And then we'll double it. To there, and then bring them back, and then we'll double it again to there. Totally not realistic as far as things go, but that's okay. So is that right? Let's have a look. Yep, that's right. Okay. So let's listen to the 30-second version. Where have I got? So that's my 15-second version. If we go from there, it's 2 seconds, 14 seconds, that'll do. That's close enough. That starts at 15.6 and goes to 45.6. Brilliant. That is exactly 30 seconds. Ha ha ha. Nice. All right, let's listen to this then. Save it. Need more brass in there for the last couple of bars. Brass mid short, brass high long. Let's bring in some more of that stuff maybe. Why is that string short? Oh, okay. Because I did that. Let's go through and make sure they're all named correctly on all the things then. Long, because I'm pulling stuff up and I'm getting mixed messages here. Just getting mixed messages. Okay, it's after 12 o'clock. Oh my goodness, we've gone past the deadline, but that's okay. We'll get there. All right. So I've copied that, pasted it, put it up. Okay, let's bring it down to a third. That sounds nice. Right, so that will work. And then we've got the same there. So if we get rid of that one and then put that there, and then what have we got here? So yeah, we basically want do the same there. Copy, paste, up a third, and then paste, and then down an octave. There we go. So that'll give it a fuller sound. And I think the same with this. Can we put that? Copy, paste, up, no. Get rid of that. And then paste. There we go. So we have a much fuller sound for the rest of it. Oops. Nope. Bad. Buttons, pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. It's Alt, not Control. And then we can do that. Bring the cursor back to here. Copy, paste, up a third. Paste again, down an octave. That should give us a much fuller sound for that last bit. Whoa! Okay, so that is it, my friends. Other than the Elvish Choir, which is the funny bits that I'll put on top as well, which say Merry Christmas and little laughs and that sort of thing, because they sound like elves. The real people who recorded that, that's okay. Let's go. File, save, and we'll play that. I'll say thank you very much, Ashley, for joining me. I am so glad that I finally am back live after so many computer issues, and in just about an hour or so, it's been a bit longer, but that's okay. In about an hour or so, we've made a 15-second and a 30-second Christmas music-ish thing based on Carol of the Bells, which is in the public domain, but the lyrics aren't. So you can't use lyrics without copyright, but you can use the music. And that's all we want to do, is just have some music for my friends' Instagram and TikTok video posts and all that sort of stuff, whatever they're doing with their things and stuff. Well, I can tell you, I think it's okay to tell you, she's selling a mocktails book that she wrote for Christmas. So if you don't drink alcohol, and I don't drink alcohol that much, but it's nice to have a fancy drink for Christmas time, she's selling a mocktails book on Amazon, which is kind of cool. Anyway, let's listen to all of this. I'll say farewell, my friends, and turn me off, and I will catch you, fingers crossed, next week. Not sure what I'll be doing next week. Either my song I've been working on, or I might be creating a song to play that we can all play on New Year's Eve to rock it out 2025 and bring in 2026, and I should stop doing that. All right. On that happy note, until then and a bit more, thanks for joining me, Ashley. Thank you for anyone who's been lurking in the background, anyone watching the replay. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye now.